I think some nervy moments as well for Magnus, watching his team slightly struggle throughout most of the games, but eventually they did win 5.5 half. He decided, okay, they need a leader, and he has come in with white.
You mentioned you saw him play blitz last night. I saw him this morning at the beach playing football. So Magnus, he's having a great time in Albania, that's for sure. But let's see how he's getting on the board.
Yeah, he's really enjoying it here. Magnus, he's surrounded himself with a team of friends, which has kind of garnered this really positive team atmosphere. And we see him with white against Ravi Harrier, who's a well-known French defense player. So right now we see a very thematic pawn structure. Let's go from the beginning maybe, quickly here, Fiona. So we did see the French and the advanced variation against the French. Magnus usually in this position brings his knight out, or even sometimes captures on d5. So to see him to play the advanced variation shows he's done some specific
Is the French Ravi's main opening?
It's pretty much his only opening as black against 1e4, and he's had a lot of success with it, Ravi. He kind of ducks and dives and chooses lots of different side variations to surprise his opponents. But Ravi, well prepared. He's actually released some books. He's a theoretician. Bishop d7, not necessarily one of black's main moves. Usually the black queen comes out to b6, or black can play a move like f6 early. Now he captures on d4 very early on. Usually this is frowned upon because white's knight gets a nice square. And okay, just a6. I've got to admit, it looks really slow. What black is doing here, a6 looks like a bit of a waiting move. It looks like, no, I'm not going to be too harsh about a6. I was going to say someone in the park who's just learnt the openings will play a move like a6. But
I'll not be too harsh, but I'll call him a park player anyway.
Love you, Ravi. He's a good friend, so I feel a bit better about that. Hopefully he doesn't kill me afterwards. But a6, it looks like a waiting move. I guess it's just asking Magnus, what are you doing next? And white does have this dilemma how to solve the tension against this pawn. The main idea behind a6, I think, if there is an idea, is that, for example, if white just makes a random move, black's queen can now come out and hit this pawn. So it's attacked 3 times, and white's knight often tries to kick the queen away, but at least now you have a nice safe square and you can kind of continue your pressure on d4. So there's kind of a hidden idea. If black had done this immediately, then the black queen really doesn't have a great square to retreat to. So a6, yeah. Maybe I'll revise my opinion. Ravi's more of an expert than me, of course, in this opening.
He spent a little bit of time, but I think when you play Magnus Carlsen, you can be forgiven. I think there's a very good chance Ravi still knows what he is doing, but he's just taking some time to get into what must be the game of his life.
Game of his life. And Ravi, he's a fantastic player, of course, Grandmaster, still very young, but he hasn't played, as far as I know, a serious classical event since the Olympiad last year. So
by force? I imagine so.
I think so. Just no way to guard against this check on f7, forcing the king into the corner, and then a checkmate with the white queen on f8. Black's queen just, I mean, there's literally only one check, and that's the check in a1 that will not save. You get the handshake, takes his first win of the European Club Cup.
Okay, congratulations to Magnus Carlsen, Offerspiel taking a 2-0 lead. Let's very quickly look at the other 4 boards, and then we'll go back to the Novi Bor Werder Bremen match.
Yeah, and Magnus Carlsen there, just signing the score sheet, setting things up. I was wondering if the players would have a post-mortem. There we go, Magnus discussing things with Ravi, nice touch. I know that, yeah, Magnus knows me and Ravi are good friends, so I'm glad he's giving some wise words of advice to his young colleague there. And yeah, maybe we can jump back and see how Sadwani finished things off.